Hello guys, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to do a portrait. The first thing we got to do is to lay out the portrait. That means we got to get some measurements in. We're doing the portrait full size. So what I did, I went to the printers and I printed an A4 size picture portrait of the person who I'm drawing. And what I did next is I cut a bit of cartridge paper the same size as the picture. And what I've done already is I've divided the width of this into two. So I've found the middle of this drawing, of the picture, and then I'm going to do the same over here. So I'm going to draw the middle of the drawing that's going to be on this paper. The way I did that is I just goes right across the width, and the width of the paper is 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches. So the middle is going to be 4.25 inches. So I measure 4.25, make a mark here, go up a bit, measure 4.25 again, make a mark, and then I get my ruler and I drew a line right through from top to bottom. And I did the same thing for the print. Okay, so because the face is not symmetrical and her head is not straight, so there's a lean, so therefore this line is not going to go through the center of the portrait of her head. It's at an angle here. All right, that is not a problem. So what you need to do now is you need to work out the measurement from the center to the hair, where the hair is, right here. Yes, so you get your ruler and you measure, and it's roughly 3.25 inches. Yes, so you come over here and you're going to measure 3.25 inches. It's going to go to about there. Yes, and you're going to draw a line. Right, try and keep the line parallel to this line, the center line. Try and keep it parallel, roughly, visually. So you're going to put your ruler, you're going to draw a line there, right? It doesn't need to go all the way down, right? It's just going to go just to the point where the hair is in the drawing. All right, so you're going to do the same thing from this side. So you get your ruler again and you put your ruler there, and then to the center line you draw a line. So it's going to be right about there. Yes, okay, get your ruler and you start there, put the line on the center line, and then the other end side of the hair is going to end there. Yes, so you draw another line like that. Okay, I don't want to put too many lines, otherwise I'll confuse myself. Right, this is the highest point of the drawing, so I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure from that point to the end of the drawing. It's roughly 10 inches. So get your ruler here and you draw this line. Okay, so that's there. That line goes like that. All right. Okay. All right. Now, because we're looking at the hair, right? We're starting with the hair. So the height of the hair on this side is going to be from here to there, right? So if you use, again, you don't want to be tilting, leaning your ruler too much, right? So you hold it like this, in line with the top. You can even draw a line there. Yes, a parallel line. This is parallel to the top edge, right? So you're going to measure from there to this point, right? And it's just over 5 inches. Yes. All right. So you're going to get your ruler. Put your ruler about there. 5 inches. That's where the hair ends. Yes. All right. Join a line there. Yes. Okay. Then start. Well, I'm not going to measure everything. Yes. Some things I'm going to estimate. So I'm going to say, all right, you can even use your pencil. Your pencil is a good guide. All right. This is the highest point and the edge of the paper. So what I would do is I get my pencil, put my pencil starting at the edge of the paper, use my finger about there, and this is the highest point of the drawing. So what I'll do, I'll come over here and I'll start at the edge of the paper, and it's about there. So I'm going to put a little mark there, right? So this is equivalent to that, all right? As I said, you can use your ruler and you could measure all these measurements and get them precise, all right? But I'm just gonna, some of them I'm going to estimate, all right? Now this is the widest point, yes? The widest point on this side, all right? So I will just get my ruler, I'll put it there. So the widest point is about 3 1/4 from the top. So I put my ruler on the top, measure 3 1/4, which is there, and that's the widest point of my drawing. Right. And then what I could do is this curve here, right? I'm going to estimate it, right? And it goes something like that from that highest point. Look at the shape, and it goes out to there, and then it goes in. To about there. Yes? So that's that, right? And then you could actually start working this out as well. If you measure from here, from the edge of the paper to this point, you know exactly where the hair is at that point, right? So that measurement is 1.5 inches, yes? Roughly. It's less than 1.5 inches, right? So I'm gonna put my ruler there and then measure to about there. It was about there, yes? Now once you have that point, you can continue with the hair, and it goes through that point to the lowest point. Then it goes there. The hair is not too crucial to get it exactly, yes, because you know the hair will change. So now you want to know the widest point here, so you could draw a line there, get your ruler, and you measure, right? When you measure, you just put a mark, so it's about there. Yes, use your pencil, put a mark there, and you do the same thing over here in this point here, right? That's from the top edge again, top edge right down to that point. So top edge, and that's where that line will come. Yes, it would end. That's where the measurement ends. So here you can goes like that, and it goes up a bit, and it goes, this one goes like that, there, so it's about there, and then it comes back in. So that's where the hair ends. Right, so you measure that. And I'm just gonna draw a line, so I'm not gonna look at what the measurement is. The line is there. So I'm going to start there at the edge. I'm gonna come down to about there, right? So I could draw a horizontal line. So let's use that. So if it's a horizontal line, it's going to be parallel with all the other lines that are going across. So you draw a line about there, okay? And then from this point, if you measure it to the edge of the paper over here, then you get the width from here to this to that point. So get your ruler, put your ruler there, and you draw a line right here. And you come over here and you do the same thing. So it's from this point to here, right. So that's where the hair meets the side of the face. Right. And then you sketch it going out. This is a diagonal line. So when you're drawing, you got to look at the type of lines that you're drawing. This line is a diagonal line, yes? And you got to look at the angle as well, yes? And with practice, you'll be able to judge these things. I mean, you could actually use a protractor and measure the angle, but that will be very time consuming, and that's not really necessary because the hair can go out at different angles, yes? You know, it's sloping, so you're going to do that. Sloping there, estimate comes to about there, and then it goes like that, and from there it goes something like that, yes? So we've got the hair, right? The top of the hair, right? So the next thing now is to work on the face, yes? All right. You want the hairline. Hairline comes around here, yes? So it's going to be, I didn't work out this point here. So that is, there goes to the side of the face. So that's this point where that line crosses this line, yes? So that's where the hair ends. Hair ends right there. Right. So now you want to draw this bit. Yes? Right. So you have the center of the face. Sorry. From here, this point here, you're going to measure from this point to this point, yes? So you get your ruler again. You don't ever have to use a ruler. You can use a straight piece of stick and just mark it wherever it is. So it's there, right? Now what you have to be careful of, because when you keep making marks, okay, you have to rub them off sometimes, because you'll have a lot of marks here and it might confuse you which is the correct mark, okay? All right, I'm just going to turn over, use the other side of my ruler, so it goes to there, all right? So that's from the center line where it crosses the top of the hair to the hairline, right? That's what I've just measured. And then you're gonna come over here and you do the same thing. So it starts up there and finishes right there, okay? So that's where that line finishes. So now what you can do is you can estimate the curve from that point to this point, right? So I'm going to start from here. You're going to go like that, go in a bit, and then it goes out slightly and go over, right? Now you must remember, these lines are called construction lines, and they must be light, all right? Because these lines are going to be rubbed out before you start, you know, putting in all the details and so forth, all right? As I said, I'm doing it a bit darker than how you probably would do it, because I want to make sure that you can see the lines, right? So you come here, go about here, and then you goes in slightly, goes over again, and then you can start here. This is where the line here goes. Okay, you can start sketching in here. Right. Now I want to do the same thing over here. So we have this point, which is this point here, and now we need to draw this side of the face, all right? Okay. So you're gonna start here. Something like that. Goes there, and then this line. Goes like that. So here comes in like that, and then goes like that. Okay? So that's that side of the face, or the hair. Now you want the measurement from here to the bottom of the chin. Yes? Bottom of the chin. So get your ruler, you put it, you could start here or you can start here, it doesn't matter, right? But whatever you do, you have to do the same thing over there. So I'm going to do from here to the chin. Chin is there. Draw a line there. Yes, you see the line? And you do the same thing. So you're going to do from there chin, which is there. Okay, this though is not the bottom of the chin. The bottom of the chin is about there. All right, remember this is the center line that goes there, right? Okay, so for that line, yeah, right. Now this is what you could do. This is what you could do. Right? You could find the center of this line here, yes? And work out exactly where the chin, the center of the chin is. So visually, the center of the chin seems to be about there. Yes, that point there. That's the center of the chin. And find the center between these 2 points, right? You could use your ruler, measure this inside end of this eye, you mark a line there, you mark a line here at the other eye, and then you measure between those 2 marks and you get the center, right? Okay, so yes, all right, so we want a line through the center of the face. Yes, so it's from this point to roughly about there. Yes, because this looks like the center. That looks well there. All right, so you draw a line from here, from this point to that point. So that's the center of the face. All right, so measure here, Center of the face is there. The other end is about there. Right? So what you do here is and you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to work out this. It's more important that I work out this because I've got this point already. Now all I need is this point so I could draw this line. Yes? So to do this point, you're going to go down here and you want to know the measurement between here and here. Yes? And that's going to be how wide from the center of the page to the center of the face, right? Okay. So it's going to be just there. Okay. Come over here, put the ruler there. Right. So the center of the chin is right at this point. All right. Draw a line from there right to that point. Yes. Okay. Now, all right, so we're going to finish drawing the outline of the face. Yes? Okay. Now what we could do is we could do some more measurement. Yes? All right, you could measure from this now. We're not using the center line of the page anymore. We are now using the center line of the face, right? So this is the widest area of the face at this point. So you go from there, from the center line of the face to there, right? And you draw that line. Okay. You estimate it. It's about there. So from that line to the center of the face. Right. Okay. So what you do, you can continue this line, goes there, goes down, and it goes to the chin. So work out the chin to be somewhere. So about there. Goes out. Right. So you notice that these lines are free, yes? Okay, so I'm not tensing up. You just keep it free and just keep looking. You have to keep looking at what you're drawing, right? It's called observation, right? You have to observe and keep looking one to the next to the one, and then you can see exactly what you're drawing. All right? Okay. So the next side of the face is going to continue. From the hairline, it goes out slightly. Let's keep going out. Yes, like that. Then there's a curve. Right, try and get it balanced with the other side as well, because she's looking straight at me. So both sides should be roughly the same, or as much as possible. Right. So it goes out there to the jaw, comes in, and then it comes round. Right? So that's it. So now we've got the shape of the face. We got the shape of the face. Right. You need the hairline. You need the you need the width. Now this is what I would do at this point. I need to work out this slant here because her eyes are not in a horizontal line. It's a sloping line. Yes? So the way to work that out is you draw a line right through the edges of both eyes. So I'm doing it through the edges of both eyes, yes? The outside edge of both eyes. So you draw a line coming right through. Just like that. Yes? Alright. Now what we need is this edge here, which is in line with this hairline here. Where the hair meet the face here, that line is in line with it, right? So that's that point. That's this point, right? So that you know that the eyes, the line for the eye is going to start here. All right. To work out this point now, you could just measure it from where this line, this point is, yes? So how much is it from here to here? Get your ruler. Put your ruler there. Draw a line right there, right here. And then you do the same thing over here. Put that there. Draw a line there. And then you draw a line from here going to that line. All right? So that's the eye level. That's the eye. That's how the eyes are, okay? In this line, yes. All right, so once you've done that now, you work out from this point to this edge of the eye, yes? And it's going to be roughly the same as the measurement that I've just done, right? Yes, it's a bit less to the exact end of the eye, so it's about there, yes? So you get your ruler, put it at this point, and you draw your line right there. Make a mark there, yes? All right. You do the same thing over here. This side it's a bit wider. No, it's the same, right? So you're going to put your ruler right there. Draw a line at this edge. So now you have the outside edge of each eyes. All right. Now, it is said that the measurement from this edge of the eye to this edge is going to be the same as the edge to the edge. And also, it is said that the space between the two eyes is going to be the same measurement as the width of the eye. All right. Now, that is a guideline. I've got the picture here, so I'm going to measure it myself. Yes? Okay. So what I'll do, I'll measure from the center of the face to this edge. All right? That's the line. So we're going to do the same thing here. Center of the line to here. And then the other measurement is going to be the same, right? So it's from there to there, right? So now we've got the width of both eyes. We've got the measurement of the space between the eyes. Yes, it's roughly 3/3. 1, 2, 3/3. Yes? Okay. So in other words, the width of the eye is the same measurement as the space between the eyes, as the same measurement as the other eye, the width of the other eye. All right, okay. So now that I've got that, you can measure where the nose ends. So the nose ends right there. So you get your ruler, right from, still using the center of the face, the center line of the face. So you can draw a line right here, okay? Come over here, you do this, the same thing. So it's from the line of the eyes to this point. So that's the nose, tip of the nose. Okay? Right. So let's see this measurement. This measurement. Okay, right. Now what we need to do is to measure. This is probably the highest point of the nose. Yes, this is the highest point of the nose, right? So it's about there. All right, so you need this point, and all you need to do is to measure. So that's it there. It's roughly half an inch. So there. Right. So this is going to be the highest point of the nose. Yes. And if you draw a line, right, now this line should be parallel to the line for the eyes going straight across. Yes, this line should be parallel to that one. Yes, roughly. So I mean, you can actually measure it. You can measure it from here to here, right? And if you measure it again, say from there to there, you could draw a line. Let me just do it and show you, right, without confusing you. So it's from where the eye lines cross the center line of the face, is that point there, and to the top of the nose, you know, the highest point of the nose, which is there, you draw that line. Yes, so you go over here and you do the same thing over here. So at this point, you draw a line there, right? Draw that line there, and you do the same thing over here as well. Same line, draw a line, and then if you draw a line right through there, right? Draw a line through there, right? So that's the highest point of the nose. You can use that now to work out the edge of the nose. Right? Okay. All right. Now, there's one way, an easier way to do some of this this work. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I will need a divider. Okay, so you get your divider and you open it. So you put one point at this point, the highest point of the nose, and you open it to the edge of the nose, right? Which is about there. Okay? Alright. But before I need to do that, I need to draw this line here on this drawing, right? So this is what you do here. From draw a line here, line here, oh, let me rub this out. Now what you have to do, you have to be very careful. It's easy to make mistakes in, you know, when you're measuring. All right. So, and what I've just done that. So, let's go over here. It's this point. And that's what I'm saying. When you make too many marks, you can confuse yourself and run into problems. Okay, so that's it. So this is in line. This. Okay, right. And now this is where the divider comes in. Put it there. Get that measurement. And you do the same thing over here. There. That measurement. Put a little mark there. Don't want to dig too deep into my paper to to ruin my work. And you do the same thing on this side, and it's going to be the same, should be roughly the same measurement. So then you can do the same thing over here. There you go. Get your pencil, make a mark. Alright, so now we've got some information with the eyes, we've got some information with the nose. Alright, so we need the mouth, so we need the lips. Okay, yes. Alright, so now we have the tip of the nose, not the tip of the nose, that's the highest point of the nose. Yes, that's this point here. Then you have the tip of the nose there. Alright, you have to keep checking your measurements just to make sure that they're right. There you go. Alright, okay, so that's the tip of the nose. Alright, okay, this line is not correct, this mark here is not correct. Okay. So now you're going to measure from the tip of the nose to the top lip, from here to there. Yes, so that's from this point to this point. Okay, that's the top lip. Measure the top lip to the middle of the lip, where both lips meet. That's from there to there. Okay, draw a line, and then from the middle to the bottom of the bottom lip. Right, so bottom of the bottom lip goes to about there. Yes, so from here, bottom lip goes right there. Okay, right at that point. So you do a line going across. Okay, right. Now all these can be very confusing. Yes. So right. So this is the middle of the lips. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure from the middle of the lip to the corner of the mouth. Yes. All right. So from here to about there, right? Middle to the corner of the lip. Yes. Middle to the corner of the lip. So about there. Yes. And about there. And we'll find that the other side it will be more or less the same. So about there. Yes. All right. Now there's a curve here. It goes down, comes up, curve, right? Like that's the start of a little smile. Yes, there's just the start, right? So the lips curve like that, right? So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a curve going through the center of the lip, and it goes up slightly, and it goes over. It's the same thing here. It goes up, and it goes over, right? So remember, you have the slant to the face. So you're going to have the slant to the eye, slant to the nose. You will have a slant to the mouth as well. Alright? Right, so it's about parallel to this one there. Okay? Right.